Good evening, and welcome to People's Sense, another summer special, a heatwave special tonight. And we have the company of Matthew, otherwise known as Matt, otherwise known as the best bargain hunter in the business when it comes to scents and Medway's finest. And we also have Ian. He's a jewellery specialist, but he is here to talk about what he likes to wear when he's flogging jewellery. So I'm going to take the microphones off so we can all start to have a chat. I've got some summer freshies. Most of them won't break the bank. And we'll just have a chat about what we like to wear in the heat wave, because I think some of these scents really bring some great relief to the hot weather that we're experiencing at the moment. So what do you guys like to wear?
Well, I've had a bit of a mint couple of weeks. As you're aware, John, we both managed to pick up a bottle of Guerlain Lou Bosé from All Beauty on the cheap.
Yeah.
I think we got it when it was 43 as well. This is my 50ml bottle. But my 100ml bottle is sitting in the cupboard waiting for this one to be finished. So I've been trying that one. And I've also been trying the Guerlain Homme. And when anyone ever says they're similar, I don't think they are. I think they're both lovely in completely different ways. Now, I wore the Guerlain Homme today in the baking hot sunshine. And it was absolutely belting off. So I've tried to stick with all my mint limey sort of base stuff. I think the other bottle I've been using is a real cheapie, which is Penguin Premium Blend, which I got for about £8, I think. That's got lime and mint on the top, but I don't.
Hey, frozen up. Ian, what are you wearing?
Me, I wear this one today, please. It's this. The perfume, Mac de Mahoum.
Al Dural Macnoon. That's silver. That's the Lattafa offering that we've talked about before on the show. And it smells like Creed Aventus. It's a fantastic replication of the scent. It's a really good approximation. And I think I've told the story before where I was standing at a burger van amongst the burgers and the smell of frying onions, and the guy who was flipping the burgers actually complimented me and asked me what I was wearing. So it cuts through all that nonsense and gives a really good approximation of Creed Aventus. So, what have I been wearing today? Well, I'm like the fragrance equivalent of a patchwork quilt. I've been wearing all sorts and trying different things today. So I've had some Eau Sauvage cologne.
Oh, I like that.
Did I give you some?
Yeah, nice.
No, I sample it every time I go in Boots.
It's weird. I'm not quite sure about it. I really like it, but then it's quite astringent. It's got some sort of really astringent quality, don't you think, Matt?
I just think it's like nice and sharp and citrusy, but the thing is, whenever I go into Boots, I sort of spray it on, sniff my arm for the next hour, and then I forget I'm wearing it, so I don't really go back. So I always just think it's nice and citrusy. So
no, it is. It's lovely. It's not sweet at all. If people don't like sweet stuff, it's certainly something to consider. It lasts quite a long time as well, I find.
I always find it's a lot more pleasant going around smelling my arm rather than talking to me missus when she's shopping, to tell the truth. So it brings much needed comfort in the times of shopping, which I don't enjoy.
Excuse me, sorry. This T-shirt that you're wearing, Mr. Johnny, is the durian. Yeah. Are you familiar with the durian fruit?
No, it's the Duran.
Oh, I thought it said durian. I was mistaken. Forgive me, please. No,
it's my favourite channel. I always wear something to plug them.
So, okay. No, there's a fruit in Thailand called the durian.
And, it stinks.
Oh, yeah.
It stinks.
Oh. It's bad.
All right. No, I know nothing about this wonderful fruit. No, this is a great geopolitical channel. A very, very good analysis of the world situation at the moment.
So Yanni, can I just get your take on what you think a durian fruit smells like? Just as you've sort of broken into it and you've taken out one of the sort of, I suppose, lumps off the side of it. What's the smell that comes to mind for you?
What can I say? What I really think?
Yeah, I think it smells like day old sick.
Well, I was going to say a cat's poo.
Yeah, I don't have cats, so I couldn't comment. But I'm pretty
Ian
much
hasn't
down with
got
that.
cats, so I wonder what he's been up to.
Well, maybe he likes sniffing cat's poo.
Reminds
him of his last Thai holiday.
He's going around digging in the garden.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah. It's you said about you've been trying loads of different things, John. It's because I tried the Ghislaine Homme today, but I thought, because I got a text to say that I'm allowed to wear shorts and a t-shirt in the office tomorrow, and I thought, what can I wear in the office tomorrow? And I usually just go for something like inoffensive, but I thought I'd try the Boucheron Pour Homme on my top arm in the baking hot sun. And I think that's a little bit too much for a hot sunny day in the office. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I got in the car after it had been sitting in the sun for a couple of hours, and that was absolutely belted off. I mean, when I picked my daughter up, she got in the car, and it's almost like she sort of recoiled as she got in. It was like a so I suppose it depends who I'm working with. I don't like them. Maybe I will wear that on a really hot day, but yeah. I think simple citrus. That's the way forward in the office this week. So
definitely something. There's a scent that I'm not going to reveal yet that has a certain number attributed to it. I'm not going to put it on here in case it gets hyped. I want to buy a few bottles first. But you know what I'm talking about that you recommended to me.
Oh, what's it from the supermarket? Yeah.
Pardon?
Oh no,
the one we both bought on Amazon.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry,
I'm not going to say it yet because otherwise people start hyping the prices up. So I want to make sure I've got a good stock before that happens.
I'm not sure.
I won't talk about it, but I did get a very good compliment from that. That's had some compliments this week.
I believe me and you, we probably get, I don't know about you, Yanni, but it seems like me and John get more compliments from blokes than anyone. I could tell you what most blokes like to smell just by wearing stuff in the chip shop queue, getting out of the car at the car park at work. It just seems like I think I've only actually had in the last couple of months 2 girls going, I like that. That smells nice. And one of those was Versace Dylan Blue, which is considered a bit. Yeah, that's so nice.
Well, both our lovely wives like this, didn't they?
Yes.
And they're girls.
Yes. If you like smelling like a fresh lime, Yanni, this is the way forward.
Yeah. Okay.
He's really nice.
Was that Ghislaine? Ghislaine,
not Ghislaine. That's Ghislaine. Is Ghislaine Maxwell? Yeah. Who's just gone to prison for things that we don't want to talk about on this channel.
Yeah.
But so that got compliments from male and female. But the one that has a number attributed to it and smells like something else that we'll talk about at some point. I just don't want to reveal it yet.
Yeah. I'm a little bit not sure about that, but I'll leave that for another day.
No, I'm pretty happy with it, but I've been digging under I've got one of these beds that you can store things under, and so I found my.
There's a half full bottle of that for sale on eBay at the moment.
How much?
And I looked at it. It was getting a bit silly. But I looked at it and thought, I mean, when I first looked at it, I thought if I can get it for that, I might buy that. And then I think it started raking up a bit.
How much was it?
I can't remember. I think it was only about 30 quid. I was thinking, well, for
Oh,
something
that's not
old.
silly money. These were about.
Yeah, it
This
was.
about.
It's not anymore. Let's have a look. Did I actually put that in my favourites?
This
I've
was
got
quite expensive back in the day.
Mhm.
right.
I bought this. This one
Are
was
you guys?
this.
Are you guys buying more for yourselves, or are you buying for ladies?
Oh,
What do
I
you
buy
mean
my
buying for
missus.
ladies? What are
I
you
buy
on
my.
about?
I buy my missus stuff. Are you talking about? Am I smelling good for the ladies or smelling good for
Yeah,
myself?
I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, are you buying the fragrance for your lady friends? I mean, for them
do.
to wear, not necessarily for you to wear. For them to
No,
no.
no, absolutely not. This is for. This is for us.
Yeah, they
Okay.
get the Aldi specials. They do the Aldi number one, which is a which I actually really like, to tell you the truth. Me and my missus both wear that one.
This is our hobby.
Sorry.
I say this is our hobby.
Yes. Well, I tell you, my missus, she does complete beast mode. I tell you, when she has a bottle of perfume, 100 mils probably lasts her about 6 weeks. She absolutely blasts for it. She goes beast mode. Absolutely everything smells in the washing pile when she puts her washing out from. Yeah, it's yeah, so she's more into it than me, I suppose. I found the Ghislaine Homme, which is the one I had, which is the one with the silver. I don't suppose you can see that.
Yeah.
The one with the silver side. Now, someone wants £120 for that, which I don't think is going to happen.
I wouldn't pay it. I wouldn't pay it.
I had that. That was my first ever Ghislaine, and I remember my missus got it for me, and me going, "Oh, what'd you buy that for?" Yeah, because I'm such an ungrateful bastard.
So did you sell it then?
No, I wore it, but I wore it because I'd run out of everything else. And I remember sitting there on the shelf. This is years ago, sitting there on the shelf thinking, "Oh," and then I had nothing else, and I thought I might as well wear it, and I quite enjoyed it, but I don't think I really appreciated it at the time. I think when you've had years, I mean, my parents are they're not badly off at all, and my mum was always, when I was young, and whenever they went on holiday, and they used to go on holiday, I mean, they do go on holiday 4 or 5 times a year. This is before they had grandchildren. They used to spend loads of money on like aftershaves and stuff for me. So I always had really, really nice aftershave. And I think it's not until you get into it and buying it yourself, you realise how much crap is out there. Because I just thought everything you buy smelled lovely. And then when you start buying stuff yourself and you think, oh, that just smells like skunk trapper's sock. That does. I mean, it's
this is the Guerlain Homme Extreme or Extreme. That's the lid. I didn't show you the lid before. And the Boisset used to come in a bottle like this.
That's it.
A different colour, but it actually, the one I had a wooden lid, and then it became a plastic lid. But I stupidly sold it, and I wish I hadn't, because it was one of the best scents that I've had.
You can actually buy the old Le Bosay in 80 mil in a sort of kit. I mean, in a bag with like creams and stuff. But I imagine the creams are all dried out by now. But I found a few places online doing that for about 80 quid. I found an advert for a chemist down in Kent somewhere. So I rang them up and said, "Excuse me, have you got Ghislaine Homme?" I saw it online, and they went, "We haven't got a clue why people keep ringing up and asking us that, because we haven't had that for years." I think that the person who was selling the Homme Intense has probably disappeared. Oh, I found another one though. Hang on.
Told you this is the Fragrance Finder General.
Oh, I'm just a tight arse. I am. I swear I've got Scottish blood.
No, but you're the bargain finder general for scents, and that's absolutely
well. I've apart from that bottle of 100ml bottle of Le Bosay, which I spent 43 quid on, I've not spent any more than 30 quid on any of my Ghislaine masculine ones, and I've got Linston, EDT, Heritage, Homme, Homme de Bose, Habit Rouge, and L'Homme Ideal EDT, which I really like. And I've been searching around for a bottle of Ideal Cool. And I don't really want to spend 50 quid or 55 quid on a 50ml bottle. I'm far too tight for that. So, but I think I might actually pull the trigger on that because I didn't mind that.
Shall I run through the fragrances that you've recommended to me that I've bought?
Oh, and I've got loads of Ideal colognes as well. I've got 3 bottles of that. So I'm all say, yeah, go on then.
This is the first one you recommended to me. And that was before we actually knew each other and we met in the chat room on Smelly's live stream.
Yeah, he keeps banning me.
Recommended this. His exclusive YouTuber only live stream.
That's it.
By the way, if anyone's watching this, you're very welcome to join us. This isn't an exclusive club. Please come. Please join in. I've put the link in the chat, so please come along and join us and tell us what you're wearing to relieve yourself from the heat wave. So this is Mercedes-Benz Silver, and it
love
has,
that.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely. It's cheap as chips. I can't remember what it costs.
I paid 12 quid for 75 mils in TK
amazing.
Maxx, and that's an Olivier Cresp fragrance.
Yeah, but great perfumer, and this is
rhubarb
mils, isn't it?
Oh, I got the 75, but it's just rhubarb and fresh vetiver and ambroxan. Apparently, that's all I get is vetiver and rhubarb, and I love it.
This is the other rhubarb scent that I've already obviously shown you. And when we looked last week, the rhubarb note isn't any longer in the EDP for Guerlain Homme. But I would say that
is that a rhubarb synthetic? Is that synthetic rhubarb or nature identical?
I've no idea.
I don't know. It depends. If you can extract oil from something, you can extract the natural fragrance. So I don't know. Maybe we'll find that out for the next trip. Maybe you can find that out, John. Because
I mean, the thing is, with all these things, it isn't a bad thing that you have synthetics, because synthetics can help to increase the longevity of a perfume. So it's not necessarily bad. But I mean, I love ADP, and there's a lot of natural stuff in this. I mean, this is something I wear a lot in the summer. I absolutely adore this.
Can I just say the perfume parlor interpretation of Acqua di Parma Colonia is really good. I've got a 30ml bottle and I love it.
Perfume parlor is the most amazing and very best. It's the very, very best of the clone companies, and you'll find that what's his name?
I don't know anyone behind it. All I know is that
Paul Maguire. What's his channel's name? Mags Frags.
Okay,
he's fantastic.
Oh, I like his channel.
Very good. Thank you. So I now have lighting thanks to my lovely wife, and Paul Maguire, aka Mags Frags. He does an absolute ton of videos on people. Sorry if I'm saying people's scents. On perfume parlor scents, and he does big hauls of them, and he does really, really good reviews. He's a reviewer who's really worth following.
The only review I've listened that I didn't agree with, he did one of Guerlain Linston EDT, and he gave it a 7, said it didn't last very long. Whereas I wear that and I break to high heaven of it a good 6 hours later. So that's probably the only thing I've ever disagreed with him on. He's got a really good channel.
Is this Mags Frags?
Yeah, really like his channel. I'll be honest with you. If I'm looking to buy something, I'll generally go to him and see if he's done a review on it, because he seems to tie in with what I seem to like.
We were all worried. A lot of the people who used to watch his channel were really worried about him because he suddenly went off with no warning, and then he reappeared again. We all thought he'd died or something.
That was when he
how
did
would you
his
tell someone if you've died.
His Fragrance 146 project rather than 365 project, because he sort of just stopped, didn't he?
Yeah, that was about it. Yeah, well, I think everyone was worried he died because, I mean, how would you tell someone he died if you were dead?
You could smell them. You'd smell it.
Yeah, it should have been sort of maggots, wouldn't it? Anyway, there we are. Fortunately, Mags isn't maggots. He's an excellent reviewer. Very, very good.
Very good.
So the next scent that you've recommended to me is I won't do these in any particular order. Is Mercedes-Benz cologne.
I love that.
Notes on that, Matt?
It's pretty much orange and ginger to me with a bit of vetiver. I'm sure there's a lot more to it, but all I can smell is orange or tangerine. Really, I mean, it's like the lime in the Galen Le Bosé. It's really fresh and juicy and sharp, and it's got ginger underneath it, and you can smell the vetiver. But I get a good 6 hours out of that, and without saying, the store where I know you can buy it en masse at the moment. Will
you do me a favour? I know I declined at the time, but if you go in there again, can I have the big bottle?
Yes, of course can. I might get myself one as well.
That really is lovely. It's fantastic.
See, Yanni, if you're gonna walk around stinking of limes or stinking of oranges, you're at the right place, mate.
So
this is the next scent, Matt.
No, I didn't.
To me. This guy,
no, that was similar. I haven't got that. I've got the other one.
This guy, Matt, is amazing because I've bought lots and lots and lots of scents. I think I've got 300 to 400 scents easily in my collection, and the ones that you've recommended to me have all been absolutely amazing. I mean, look at this.
I think I recommended, that's the one I recommended, which is Come Together Mugler, which is lovely. That's got a really...
It's cheap. It's about 25 quid a bottle. Look how much I've used. It's amazing.
It's something else. But I think I said, because I walk through John Lewis all the time and just spray myself with everything, the opening on that is very similar to the light blue, is it Far Away? Forever, and they've both got a really amazing grapefruity opening. See, Yanni, you smell like grapefruits as well.
Yeah, great. Oh, that's great.
Great one of each.
My breakfast every morning.
You can go full fruit cocktail if you spray one.
Yeah, why not?
Well, that one is amazing. I've had compliments from my daughter's boyfriend on 2 occasions. He said, "Oh, I really like what you're wearing," and then he said, "Oh, what's that you're wearing?" a second time. So he I said it's the same one that you liked last time, but this one, the grapefruit opening, to me, if this lasted longer, but that's more.
I get really good. I get about 6 hours off that.
Sorry, well, I get good. Yes, yeah, no, you're right. Actually,
the thing is, I talk to my wife and kids about it in the car, because I get in the car in the morning and they don't really get a choice on whether or not they want to smell it, because I'm absolutely pulsating with whatever I'm wearing, and they don't like that one as much. They don't like the green note in it, but I do. I think without the green note, it brings out the I really like it, but they don't. But I think that's really good, and I'd rebuy that. But I'm never quite sure when to wear it.
Well, I bought a second bottle of this as soon as I got this one.
Oh, you don't mess about, you don't, John. I'll tell you
what. No, this
different league.
Amazing stuff. But look how I've gone through it. That's why I knew I was going to wear it a lot. And then this one, it's a bit more refined. It's a bit more perhaps evening, sort of formal occasion type of scent. And it comes. I got it in a gift set with a 20 ml bottle as well that comes with it, a little sort of travel size. And that was very good as well. So I'm going to turn my camera off just temporarily.
Well, I'm going to disappear, guys, now anyway as well. So
good to see you, Yanni.
Good meeting you. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Ian. Next time, maybe you can come on and talk about your Bentley, as in not
why not? Of course.
Talk about Bentley when that's probably for warmer weather, really.
I want to hear about your adventures in Thailand, Yanni.
Well, he's got a wife now in Thailand, so
yeah, my wife's over there now.
Sweaty crap.
Sandy cap.
Yeah,
he's got a wife.
All right, guys.
So
see you later.
Take care.
Take care. Cheers, Ian.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, there we are. So that was that one, and then I've got so many scents out. I put them in one of those big
I only bought two down. I bought two down. Yeah, I mean, I've done all the mint ones. The Audi #1 clone, which is a rip-off of Joe Malone. Me and my missus both wear that. That's lime and mandarin. That's really good, and that's £5 for a bottle.
Candles for that.
Oh, we've got the candles, the bottle with all the little sticks sticking out of it, and we've got the fragrance, because they seem to get loads of stock again. It's only £5. If you're looking something just that's sharp and citrusy to wear, it's lovely. It doesn't last that long, but it is really nice, and for a £5, that's a no-brainer. I think it's more masculine than feminine, though.
Does it last okay?
It's sort of it probably projects for about 45 minutes, but I mean, it's £5 for 100 and what litres. I mean, just blast yourself with it again. It's good, but when it is projecting, it's all right. It's not bad as well. I mean, I'd recommend it. If I mean, my four minty ones were the two Galanes, Penguin Premium Blend. Yeah, I know it gets slagged off and it's cheap and it's quite young, but that's got lime and mint, and the mint in it's really nice. Penguin Premium Blend. You can pick it up I got it for about £8 from Lloyd's Pharmacy or Health Farm or one of them sort of sites. Only as a cheapie sort of daily wear down the supermarket, sort of wear down the shop sort of thing. But I wear it quite a lot. I quite like it. It dries down into a clean white musk, but it's all right. And then the Audi #1, and they're the four that I've got with mint in. The only other one I've got Eros EDT. I've looked at the EDP and I looked at the Parfum, and I can't see the point because I actually think the EDT is the best one. Now that's got loads of mint in it, but I really don't think wearing that on a hot sunny day is going to work. But I like that. I mean, I picked that up for 100ml for £30 in Boots last year. I mean, it was one of those things I never wanted to buy, but it was so cheap I bought it. Like most of my stuff.
But most of my stuff. I mean, if you look at, I'm looking at several bottles. I mean, this one I brought down. I went under the bed, and I got this out, and this is it looks a grotesque box.
What's that?
But it comes out of a sleeve.
Oh, is that that?
That's the actual.
It's not the Kelvin. Oh, right. Okay.
This is cheap as chips.
Which one's that? Ted Lapidus, did it say?
Oh, yeah, Ted Lapidus, and it's Ultimate.
Oh, that's.
Now,
I've seen that recommended. I think it might have been on one of Smelly's earlier things.
I'm not sure. This is one of my earlier purchases. I've had this I've probably had this 10 years.
Okay, oh, maybe it wasn't that then.
And it's one that I used to, as you can see, I hammered it.
What's it like?
I then stopped buying it. I'm trying to find as I say, I'm like a fragrance patchwork quilt tonight. It's sort of not dissimilar to Million and that sort of genre, you know, the Hugo Boss, the scent type of genre.
Okay.
I'll just see what people think it's. I'll just see what people think it's similar to. Well, you can get it for less than £20. I can see that straight away neroli, pineapple leaf, bergamot, orange blossom, jasmine, cyclamen, and then base notes of tonka bean, amber, musk, patchouli, teakwood, and vetiver.
That sounds like
it
it's a
reminds
fresh
me
opening,
of,
and yeah, that's quite a mix, really. That's almost sort of Ghislaine mixing the citrus with the creamy stuff.
yeah.
I might have to look that
And
up.
you also get, I think it's 125 mils, and it
Cool.
lasts plenty of time. And people say it lasts them long lasting on this Fragrantica listing, and they also say it smells like Gautier too by Jean Paul Gaultier. So
I tried a little while ago. I was in a supermarket and I tried Le Mal, and I
yeah,
used to wear that when I was probably mid-20s, late 20s, and I remember you'd walk in the pub and everyone would stink of it. And I tried it a little while ago, and I didn't recognise it from the stuff that I used to have. I mean, that was
I never liked it.
that was truly beast mode. That stuff. I mean, you cut the spot.
Yeah.
That was when I discovered that I was allergic to loads of stuff because it used to rot my neck, but I could wear it on my cheeks and my clothes. So I used to absolutely blast all over my clothes and my cheeks, and I used to stink of it.
I've never liked it. I've never liked Le Mal, and I don't like dupe either.
No, I had a bottle of dupe once, and yeah, and I tried. I think they had Mont Blanc in what's the Jeremy fragrance one that he likes? Individual. They had that in House of Fraser for, I think it was a tenner for a bottle, and I sprayed it on my hand, and I thought dupe, and thought, no, I can't possibly wear that. So even though it was a tenner, I didn't even buy it to sell it. I mean, I just yeah, I was like, no, we don't bother with that. In terms of the other stuff, I think you've got Mercedes Club Black. I think that was another one.
Yeah, this is the one that you actually sent up for me.
Is that the 50 ml one?
Yeah,
because I think that's all they had in the House of Fraser.
What I think this looks like, it looks like a stapler.
It's a back headlight. It's supposed to be a headlight. If you turn it around, is it the same with the 100? Have you got the orange down the side? Yeah, if you turn it on its side, Now think of a backlight of a car.
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be. I swear it's supposed to be an indicator. I think you're going left there, John.
You see, I think it looks like a stapler, and I was actually, when I saw this, I thought I'm going to get a stapler out and actually prove it, but I haven't actually done that.
That is lovely, though.
This is a great scent. It's a great, long-lasting scent, and it's a great recommendation.
It is. That's another thing. My missus goes, "Oh, that's nice." It's just vanilla. It's vanilla, slightly boozy, and that's it. There's not much to it. It's just vanilla. If you like vanilla, you'll absolutely love it. There we go. That's not a fragrance.
What this means? It doesn't mean I'm advertising a knife.
No, it means you live in the north of England, doesn't it?
I do. Yes, well, I'm in the Midlands, really. But anyway, yes, I know I'm north to you, and
north of the Thames,
we'll have
mate.
to look out for ourselves. No, this is a legal carry Swiss Army knife by Victorinox. So yeah, it's less than 3 inches blade, but it's what I use to undo all my scents and parcels. My mum gave me this. She's clearing out the house because for various reasons, and my dad doesn't wear anything remotely like scents and stuff, and she offered me that, and I can only assume that someone gave it him as a present. It's Zara Man Eau de Toilette. Someone paid £12 for it at £12.99 in the day, back in the day.
Wicked.
And I've looked everywhere and I can't find a trace of this. But I have looked up the.
Was that £12 or 12 shillings?
Yeah, 12. Yeah, well done. Yeah, it's probably
touche.
Well, it's in it's 100 mils, so I doubt whether it's actually really in a.
I've never had a lot of luck with the Zara stuff. If you like Zara, I've got two. When I first got into this sort of hobby, I bought 2 30ml bottles of I can't remember what it was. It's supposed to smell like Invictus or something, and it's horrible. I hate both of them. So next time I send anything up to you, I'll stick them in the box. You can have them. I mean, use them to light your fire in the winter if you want, but I'm not going to use them.
No, well, the Zara version of Dior Sauvage is very good.
Okay.
I've got it, and people do speak very highly. Anyway, this one, I'm going to read the notes that I've actually screenshot or photographed rather the ingredients on the back. So, what do you think to this? There's hexyl cinnamon, so that's cinnamon.
Okay.
Limonene, lemon. Coumarin, which is derived from tonka beans.
Yeah, apparently Ghislaine come up with coumarin. It was the first synthetic note in fragrance.
Yeah, it smells like it's a sweet odor profile, scent of newly mown grass and hay, and a distinctive vanilla aroma. So there's coumarin in it, and the other ones I can't.
So now you've said coumarin, shouldn't you go all Aaron Terrence Hughes and go whipping through the bass and start waving your hands around?
Well, he's an.
I'm not taking the mic. I like him. I think
knowledge
he's all right.
base is fantastic.
Yeah. And in his site, if you leave a comment, he always replies to you. I like Aaron Terrence Hughes, and he's on the spectrum, and all the best people on the spectrum as well.
Yeah. If you buy something from him, he'll send you a postcard with him and his little dog and a signed photograph, and he always answers emails. He answers.
Oh, fair play with him. I'll tell you what, he's a man that deserves to be supported.
Yes,
I say, and I've not got one of his fragrances in my collection whatsoever.
You can buy the 10ml ones, and they're very good to have a try of.
Yeah,
I mean they're expensive, but they last.
Yeah, I mean everyone says that they are. Who's the Dutch girl, curly Dutch girl? She really loves them as well. But I think everything she ever recommends, you've got to put 2 sprays on or 50 sprays on and still smell it into the next month. I think so.
Now this is just moving on.
I'm glad you bought that and I didn't, because I almost did.
It's what could I say about this? Well,
shit.
Yeah, that would be probably the
durian fruit from Thailand.
I squirted this on. Longevity. Initially, it smells something similar to Aqua de Parma Colonia.
Yeah,
but it lasts very short amount of time, and it turns to powder within half an hour to an hour. It goes very powdery, and you don't want that. If you buy something that's bergamot, it's a citrus scent. You don't want it to go to powder. This goes to powder. So for me, this is a massive fail. Thank goodness it didn't cost much.
I think all those ones that go, it gives you the same sort of vibe as Colonia. I think there's a Ferragamo one. Colonia, which is the Aqua Essential line, and Colonia, and I almost bought that because it used to be less than 20 quid for 100 mils. And then I went into House of Fraser a little while ago, and they had it, and they had a tester bottle, and I sprayed it on my arm, and within an hour I was in the bathroom washing it off. It smelled like piss. It really didn't work for me at all. So I actually think, if you want Aqua de Parma Colonia, if you're not going to go down the perfume parlor route, just buy Aqua de Parma Colonia.
Absolutely, get it from All Beauty.
Yeah,
get it for All Beauty. You'll get a good sized bottle for a reasonable price. This is something that I think it was advertised on Smelly's channel, and it's actually not bad. But when you compare it to that, there's £20 difference in it. This is way superior. It isn't worth buying that to try and replicate it, because when you smell them both together, this one comes. This is 100-year-old recipe.
It just doesn't last very long on me, though.
Doesn't last very long. No,
I got the little samples from the nice lady on the Aqua de Palma counter a little while ago, and it just doesn't last very long. I actually thought, and that's probably the first time I had a side by side comparison. I almost did a whole 1.5 mil on one hand, and I did the perfume parlor on the other. And I tell you what, there wasn't a lot of difference in it. It was that good. So I'd probably just buy the perfume parlor one.
Yeah, the perfume parlor is very good, very good. But this one I got with a 20 ml bottle, a similar bottle, but
it's like the put it on before you go out, but you need this little bottle to top up all day.
Take a little decant with you. But I mean, the Essenza,
love that
in the black bottle.
That's the best one.
If you want that to last longer, have the Essenza. But I just like the freshness of that.
I like the Essenza, and it's funny because I was actually looking around at a decent sized bottle. You used to be able to get a 100 ml bottle for about 60 quid, and I haven't seen that offer. But if you hold on till Christmas, you always get a deal on it at Christmas. So
I forgot. I was going to unbox this, wasn't I?
Sorry, I got off on a tangent again. Go on then.
Yeah, I hate unboxings. I really hate unboxings. But this, so I'll make it as painless as possible.
I do think it's funny. Some of these perfume channels, they struggle with getting the cellophane so many times. So I think it's only you and Sebastian as a spare pocket knife. I think. There we go.
There we go. So let's see what that smells like. I'm wondering if it smells like Obsession. Oh no, it doesn't smell like Obsession.
I like Obsession from him. I used to wear that all the time. Obsession. I stopped wearing it when I got into this hobby, but I do like it.
For about 20 quid a bottle.
I used to wear it when I was 15. I remember walking up the pub in my local town, absolutely stinking to high heaven of Obsession. It had only just come out, and this was just after everyone had stopped wearing Kuros and Jazz.
That's really nice. It's not gone off. It's obviously years and years old. My dad's never worn it, so my mum gave it me. I can't think of anything it smells like, but it's citrusy, very citrusy, sweet, fresh, generic, nice. No one's going to have the chance to buy it because it's off sale, so I won't talk about this anymore.
It's funny because I'm well covered for grapefruit, so I've got the Mugler come together grapefruit. I've got Galen Ideal Cologne, that's grapefruit, so that's covered. Lime, I'm covered with me 2 Galens. Orange, I'm covered with the Mercedes Cologne, and the only lemony sort of citrus I've got is Bowling Green by Jeffrey Bean, which you can't get anymore. I got that for 9 quid. I think I sent you a decant of it.
You did. That was amazingly generous.
Once you get past the pine and stuff, I didn't quite understand it at the time, and the more I wear it, the more I like it.
That's what you sent me.
And I've got Roche's.
Generous gesture.
That's all right. I mean, I've only got 10.
I'm aware I need to.
It allows. No, that's it. You sent me loads, but it allows you to actually sort of try it for a bit. That and Roche's Soda Roche's, which has got a really big lemon verbena opening, which I really like as well. But I've always looked for a sort of sharp lemon sort of opening, which is why I've always looked at Eau Sauvage. But I actually quite like Burberry Weekend as well. I've only ever tried that once, and the opening on that, you'd think that's a really sharp sort of lemony opening.
I've not tried that, to be honest.
It's if you got a local Savers store and they're like cheapy sort of deodorant. They're like a super drug. You'll find them in every.
What are they called?
Savers. You'll find them in every rundown town in the country. Wherever there's a crappy shopping centre, you'll find a
I know
Savers.
what you mean now.
Yeah. Now in there, they're doing a 30 ml Burberry weekend EDT for 12 quid or 11.99.
Wow.
So it's worth spending 11.99 just to see if you like it. I mean, if you don't like it, I mean, just blast through it and or save it for lighting your fire in the winter. I mean, it's amazing how flammable fragrance is. I mean, I don't think there's any applications for it in the Anarchist Cookbook, but I'm sure if you was a bit creative, you could come up with something. But
I saw something somewhere. Someone went to prison for having that on their computer.
Maybe we'll move on from
And
that conversation then.
They used to sell it in the shop in Nottingham.
If you download it these days, you'll probably be flagged somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend downloading it. It's a bit overrated anyway. I mean,
Sid Vicious, I think, made it famous by having a page of it printed on his Vive Le Rock T-shirt, his famous T-shirt.
Oh, if you're that way inclined, just look at the explosive properties of custard powder in suspension. Yeah. That's a misplaced youth.
Probably something to steer clear of altogether.
Yeah, don't do that. It's terrible. Yeah, but yeah, the Saver store. I mean, Burberry weekend, 12 quid. If you want to go and try it, I mean, you'll probably find on eBay someone doing decants for 6 quid, and I think for the sake of 12 quid, you might as well walk down there, try it out, and if you don't like it, maybe give it to someone. Walk past someone and go, here, have a bottle of fragrance.
Someone you don't like.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the notes, I think he's got honey or something like that in it. But I remember when I tried it, it had a really, really nice. Oh, I love that. Yeah,
we've talked about this before, but I found today it was absolutely hot. And because it's in a massive bottle, you're not bothered about showering yourself and cooling yourself down.
And the atomizer on it gives out a lot of it's not really a waft. It's more of a I love that. I need to buy another bottle. They've got a deal on one of the Spanish perfume sites where you can buy a 300 ml and a moisturizer for about 12 quid. I love that stuff.
It is amazing. It really has it's similar to 4711, but with a bit. I get clove in it.
What in there? I just get an opening of really sharp. I mean, I don't understand why people say it's orange. I actually get lemon, and straight away you get some sort of herbs and lavender, and it's incredible. If I was to say what's my I've done. If you think I've done 400 mils of that in 2 years, so if I was going to update my Fragrantica page in terms of signature scent, I should probably put Alvarez Gomez Concentrada because I use loads of it. I love it.
I'm not getting any clove this time.
I've never noticed clove in it, and I noticed clove because I noticed the clove in bowling green. I mean, that bowling green, you notice the clove in that the first couple of times you wear it, and then you seem to forget the cloves in it. But now you've bought that, I'm gonna after this, I'm probably gonna go online and buy myself a huge bowl. But that is it Perfumers Club or Perfume Club, which is a site. I think they're based in Mallorca. But if you want to try any of the Alvarez Gomez stuff, I mean, they've got all the 100 mils blokes bowls, EDPs for like 9 quid.
That one came from. And
that one is
shower gels as well.
That one is 16. I know we talked about it our last chat. It's 16 quid and it is bloody amazing. It's classy though.
It's orange one.
Apparently the Eau Fresh is better than the orange one. The O Fresh is supposed to be better than the orange, but I'm only talking about reviews that I've read.
There's Verbena.
Maybe I'll tell you what, John. If I put an order in, I think they charge £5 delivery. Oh, it's $4.99, I think, last time. If you want me to bung anything into my order, I'll ship it up to you.
Well, likewise, if I get anything, I will. I'm looking. So it was just called what?
Was it if you're on the Perfumers Club, they've got if you get the Alvarez Gomez, it's the light green one. You've got the normal one, the yellow one, the orange one, and the light green one. I'm just searching it.
Seems to have lost it.
Hang on, I'll find it.
Light green, Concentrada, Fresh.
That's it. That's
yeah, you
the
can
one.
get it from Perfumers Direct for $22.42.
I know they've got it in Perfumers Club. I mean, that's that sign, Perfumes Club, which is the UK sort of offering. But they're based in Mallorca. They're really good. I mean, it takes about 7-8 days to come through. But they've got the Aqua de Colonia Concentrada. The how big's that one? I think that's how big's that one? 150ml bottle with the diffuser on it for $11.84, which is well cheap. Let's find the Alvarez Gomez Barbera, which is the one you've got in your hand. Right, here you go. The Fresh, 150ml with a spray is £12.54, but you'll pay $4.99 delivery on that. And the 80ml is £8.32. But I mean, it's 17 quid. I mean, for the sake of, paying it with the shipping, it's still cheaper, and you'll get it in the UK. But have a look on Perfumes Club for Alvarez Gomez. They've got a really, really big range of stuff on there. So they seem to have loads, and they don't take the mickey. It's sort of like a tenner for 100ml if you don't want the spray bottle on top. But
this is where I got it from.
Yeah, but it's not a lot of money. I mean, in terms, if I am going to press order, I'll let you know before I do. If you want to chuck something else in,
likewise, because I've got it up now as well. So
yeah, I'll tell you the best thing they ever did on there years ago. Actually, no, probably about a year ago, they did a VAT free week where everything had 20% off. And I mean, it was possibly one of the best fragrance sales I've ever known. And I didn't buy loads of stuff. I was going to buy the Halloween Man X.
I've got Halloween Man normal.
I was going to buy the X one. I ended up buying Ferragamo Uomo Signature.
The Halloween Man, I think it's the one you're on about. It's supposed to be fantastic.
The coffee one. Yeah, I almost bought that, and I went for the Ferragamo one, which, as we both know, we just missed an offer on House of Fraser. They were doing 100ml bottles for, I think it was 25 quid on pre-order on House of Fraser, but that's gone now. But I'm not that bothered about it, and I've got Signature and I've got the original, and I could have bought a bottle of original 100ml for 23 quid the other day when I was out shopping. I didn't. Just for the simple fact, I mean, the one I bought was actually my youngest daughter's, and she's got fed up with it now. There's a 50 ml bottle. There's quite a lot left in it, but you don't have to use a lot of that. I mean, 5 sprays of that, and you still stink of it next week. I tell you, it's absolutely beast mode.
One thing I will mention is this. This is the original eau de
I've never tried it. Is it good?
If you've got this, I wouldn't necessarily bother. But I bought this in a set with, again, shower gel, and it was next to nothing. It was really cheap, 12 quid max.
They always say like the longevity is the problem. I looked at
it's rubbish. But if it's a hot day, it's sitting there working at the computer at home. If you're working from home, things like this,
just freshen you up, makes you feel happy. Yeah,
you just spray it on liberally. Doesn't matter. You can buy this in enormous containers. I've used that, but bear in mind, at the same time, I've been using stuff like that, and that, and that. I've been using them all. I've got them all lined up on my table. So, it's really good stuff. And the other thing I like about this is if you are out, you can take a decant or something, but you can also buy them in wipes. So you get a box like this. It usually comes collapsed on eBay, and you restore the box to its proper dimensions. And there's 10 sachets with a wipe in it that smell of this.
Okay.
So instead of taking decant, you can stick that in your back pocket and freshen up halfway through the morning or whatever.
I just don't
take it with you in your briefcase.
I just don't think I'm ever going to go past the Alvarez Gomez of Concentrada. I've just gone on Perfumers Club.
If you've got that, why bother?
Now in lockdown, sometimes it was actually cheaper to buy aftershave than what it was to buy pan gel, because aftershave all comes in over 60%, and it was cheaper to buy. But they've got this is the on the Perfumes Club one. You can get 750 ml bottle of Splash for £26.88. I mean, that is absolutely obscene. That is £3.58 per 100 ml. And I would probably consider buying that. I mean, just because I honestly think it's one of them things that I'm going to be stuck with for the rest of my life. There's so many people recommend it, and I can understand it. Every time you get out of the shower, I decant it into like an air freshener bowl. But it just smells nice. And whenever I put that on, I get out of the shower, all my kids and wife walk around going, "Oh, lemony." Just it smells so good. I don't get the longevity. People go, "Oh, yeah, it lasts a really long time," even though it's cologne. No, it doesn't. But I mean, for that money, just take a bottle out with you and blast yourself with it all day. It's lovely, and everyone around you likes it. Go, "Oh, you smell nice. It smells like lemons." So, good.
No, it's very good. I've still got a couple of things to talk about on heatwave sort of.
Go on then. So I've taken over again, John. I do apologise. Oh, Mazzoni Wave, love it. And I think I'm airing towards the Wave. Yeah. And I've decided that, I mean, I was trying to think what I'm going to wear tomorrow, and I think Versace Porom may be in contention.
I think you're right, because we've had lots of talk about this off screen. I think you're right. I think
holds up in really high heat. I tell you what, that holds up nicely. It's got a lot more bass than
and you've got the added advantage, a lovely clickable, beautiful lid.
It is good.
It's beautifully presented.
Yeah.
This is very similar. It's Versace.
When you say it's
That's
similar,
all I've worn.
I sort of understand it, but I think the Mazzoni is far more aquatic. I think the opening
Yes.
aquatic sort of, and when I say aquatic, it's a C note. It's a slightly seaweedy, salty sort of note, and that stays with it. And I actually think that improves it. And I think there's a huge amount of lavender in the Mazzoni wave that comes through. So you get that C note and the lavender backing up with like the fresh notes, and I think it's really different. I can understand people going, oh, it's in the same sort of ilk, but I think it's different enough to justify having both.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if I was going to buy more of this, you can see I've made it.
I'd go for the wave for 23. Yeah.
Well, I did have a couple of 30mm ones of these, so I've gone through those, and I've got this, and I've had that probably 8 years, 9 years. Yeah. 8 years or 7 years, something like that. That's all I've used, but I do love it. I take it abroad with me, and it does last. But this, to me, it's beautiful to hold. It's a nice bottle, and I know appearance isn't everything. Magnetic lid. I decant it, and it just smells so much nicer.
Now, would you say that is a light blue, or would you say it's a blue? Because I put it down as more of a blue sort of fragrance.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a light blue. It's not.
No.
It's not like a Versace Eau Fresh or some of the other sort of light blue stuff. I think it's got a lot more oomph to it. I think it's a blue. I think it's up there with, in the same sort of category as Bleu de Chanel, Versace, Dylan Blue, and all that. I mean, I don't have a lot of blue fragrance. I've got Versace Dylan Blue, and I really like it. I think it's great. I think for the money I paid for it, I'm well happy with it. But
this is something that I really like.
Which one's
it's
that?
got a sort of a watermelon note, I think.
Is that what's that?
I'm sorry for Agmo.
Oh, Aqua.
Sorry.
Yeah, Aqua Essential. I almost bought that once. Yeah, do you like that?
It's fresh. It's got a watermelon note. It does last.
What's the performance like on it? 'Cause I like watermelon. I mean, I think I sent you.
I think it's pretty good. Let me have a
that bottle of. I sent you a cheapie up in the post. It's one of them ones I'm allergic to, which has got was it Abercrombie and Fitch? But that's got a really big watermelon. I like watermelon in fragrances, but the one I did buy just right in my face. It's Liral. I can't wear. Which is another conversation at the end. I mean, I booked some John Vivatos the other day, and I can't wear any of them. So, but I'll talk to you about that in the week.
Yeah, that's a shame, really, for you. Let me just have a look here. So, I like this. It doesn't say it has a watermelon note, but that's what I pick up from it. It says mint, lemon leaf, sea notes, lavender, rosemary, geranium, vetiver, musk, labdanum, and patchouli. And
sounds all right from the notes. It sounds
moderate
good.
Performance. There is a blue. One of them's supposed to smell like Chanel blue. This is supposed to smell like Chanel blue, but it doesn't.
Well, a couple of years ago, I mean, at the beginning of lockdown, I think you could pick up 100 mils of that for like 20, 25 quid, which is when I was looking at the Colonia. But the light blue looks a lot better. I've got plenty of light blues at the moment. I don't think I'm going to buy any more light blues until I've sort of gone through what I've got. But that is one that was definitely on my radar. I like all the Ferragamo stuff. I don't think I've got a bad bottle of Ferragamo scent, and I've got a few, and I think they're all great. F Black is great. Womo signature, and I think I've got another one as well. But they're all really good. Everything I've ever tried has been good, apart from the Aqua Sensiala Colonia, which I thought stunk of piss.
No, it's nothing like Chanel Bleu. This one is the Missoni. That's very good.
Oh, I've so almost bought that so many times. They've got that in House of Fraser, and I
But
spray it
I'm
on
not
my arm.
bothered about Chanel Bleu. I've got the
It's never done it for me, to tell you the truth. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but I've never thought, I want to spend 100 quid on it.
It's not worth the fuss.
No.
So I'm not overly enamored by that, but that is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. I think when we bought it as well, I think it was 23 quid delivered on the Tino, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't. I think it's back up to about 30, 40 quid at the moment. Yeah. I know it goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. Yeah, I mean, there's he's one of those ones that sort of jumps up and jumps down. But I mean, for the money, I mean, 23 quid, it's great. I think I put on Hot UK Deals, and there's loads of people going, "Oh, it's really good. I'm really happy with it." Yeah. I mean, Mazzoni Wave, it's a no-brainer. If you bought that and took it on holiday, and you wore it all day and all evening, that would garner compliments or people positive comments. And it's got a bit of oomph, and it's got a bit of a bass with it. Whereas I mean Versace Porom, I really like it, and my eldest daughter really likes it. But when I wear it, my missus always goes, "It's all right, but I like some of the other stuff more." I think it's one of them ones that blokes like more. I mean, I've decided that is going to be one for the office. Versace Fresh, which I really like, but it doesn't hold up in a really high heat. That's probably going to be an office one for summer. And then all my citrusy ones.
I've worn all sorts in the office.
Oh, you go to town in the office. I mean, you send me pictures of your bag with stuff stashed in there. I mean, the that Mugler one you wore to work, and I mean, I'm not sure if I'd wear it to work, but I was thinking, yeah, fair play. I mean, yeah, it's making a statement. That green note and the absolutely rindy quote in Ash from Jensen's. Oh, you've got the original one. I could have bought that. When I first got into the hobby, they had a Notino opened bottle one, and it was 40 quid, and I could have bought it, and I didn't. And then the next day it disappeared, and I don't know what it's like. Is it good?
It's very similar to the Oud one. I didn't pay that much for this.
I've never spent the Oud one either. I've never smelt the Oud one either. I like Versace. I think it's good. Versace.
It's very similar to the Oud. People say it's very similar to the Oud. It's lovely. I mean, I'll send you a sample at some point when we do an exchange again. And has it gone off the market? I don't know.
Well, the original Versace, the one in the Fresh bottle, but the purple one, that disappeared years ago. Yeah, you can't buy that.
This was dirt cheap at one point.
Yeah, I mean it's odd, really. I mean, it's funny because these old, it seems like these Listerine bottle sort of Galanes, I think they're grabbing a bit of traction. I mean, I've got loads of these now. So I'm gonna have to spray that in my hand. Oh, I love that so much.
I think you're missing a trick by not liking vetiver.
It's funny because when I realised they'd changed all the bottles, I did try and buy 100 ml of vetiver.
Has vetiver gone in the square bottle?
It is in the square bottle, just the normal one, not the O Extreme. And I spoke to the lady on the Galane counter a little while ago, and she reckons they haven't been they haven't been reformulated, so they're just in different bottles.
Yeah, they're
And I
pretty
trust her.
good.
She's. I'll be honest. All the people in the Ghislaine canters I've ever spoke to have been excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've been to a
mean,
few around Kent,
the
and
house
they.
is fantastic.
Yeah. So. But I did think about buying. I mean, in terms of vetiver, me and vetiver, apparently like Le Bosé is supposed to be vetiver with lime, but I just get lime. Yes, it dries down, you get that vetiver, but a lot of fragrances have that sort of vetiver base.
It's that sort of mojito note, isn't it?
But in terms of vetiver, I mean, I think we've had this conversation, but Encre Noir, I like that. I will buy that one day. Encre Noir Sport is my favourite vetiver fragrance. I think Encre Noir Sport
right.
is exceptional, and I think it's in the same sort of vein as the Mercedes Silver. But if you replace the grapefruit in the Encre Noir Sport with rhubarb, you get a watered down version in Mercedes Silver. Yeah.
If you were going to say Three Kings of vetiver, and you were going to say the Three Kings, I'd say Galan vetiver. I would say Terre d'Hermes Intense vetiver.
I've never tried it. You sent me a decant, which I haven't tried yet.
And then I would say that I would have. What would I have? Lalique. Encre Noir Sport.
That is my favourite. Well,
and
that's
don't think it's worth having if you've already had the Sport with the grapefruit. Don't bother with the ordinary one.
I've come. I mean, Notino set it off for about 14 quid for 100 ml delivered from time to time.
Which one?
The original Encre Noir. I've never had any.
If it's 14 quid, then get it.
I have seen it that low before, and I will buy it one day. But the Encre Noir Sport, I really like it. But I tell you what, I don't wear it that much. But then again, I don't go. I'd probably wear that on a hot sunny evening, going out somewhere, wearing sort of like a black t-shirt and black jeans.
I always say that Encre Noir is a funeral scent.
Yeah, you see, it smells like death.
I love it. It's one of the first things I've really got my teeth into. It's a great scent. It lasts a long time. It's great value for money, and it smells fantastic.
It's cracking. I've never heard a reviewer saying they didn't like it. I mean, the amount of people like the original one. I think the guy from Gent Sense, is it? Hash. I like his. I like his channel. I think it's a very, very good, informative channel. I think it's very good. And I think Sebastian, the old guy, I like his channel. But I think is it the girl Ashley who's doing a perfume degree in Paris? I think she really likes it.
Female reviewers.
No, she's always on that. She's on Sebastian's sort of channel.
Oh, right, yeah. He has some good guests.
Oh, he does, and the crazy Romanian lady who's hilarious.
He's a great reviewer.
Yeah, but he's really good. I mean, he's pretty got a house to pass with stuff. So, what else you got there?
I've got the original.
I can't even read that.
Lampica.
I've heard of that.
It's a licoricey aniseedy scent.
It's
very fresh. It's fantastic. Try and remind me, and I'll send you a decant of it. But that is amazing. If you like licorice, if you want to smell like a sweet shop.
I'm not sure if I do. I don't think I've gone down that route enough. So
this is amazing. I love it. But
Cool.
I had the original and it had oud in it and everything. It's still got wood. It's still got a wooden cap, and it is a proper, genuine wooden cap as well.
Real wood, not plastic, to look like.
Yeah,
to look like wood.
Yeah,
cool.
It's probably more sustainable to have real wood nowadays. But that is doesn't last ages, but it's a really good, sweet, licoricey, aniseedy scent. Let's have a look what that actually comes out as.
Oh, I'm still smelling that Galen on. I don't know why it gets so slagged off. It is so good.
Which one is that?
The Arm, that's the one with the really big rum note in it. I really like it. And it's funny because I've been wearing both of them. I think the opening of Bleu Bosé is just amazing. But there is definitely a rum thing in it. I mean, I was late to the party with Bentley Intense. I hated that when I first bought it, and I love it now. I think I quite like boozy sort of smelling stuff, to tell the truth.
I think is fantastic. I don't think you can go wrong with it.
Yeah,
so
I think the thing is the new one, the Listerine bottle, the new Hom is completely different to the Hom or the Hom Intense you got. It is different, but he's lovely. He's really good, and it does hang around a long time. I mean, I saw a thing on Ash's Gent Sense thing. I think he had a viewers vote on best office fragrance, and I think Galen Homme come top. And I completely understand it. It's lovely, but then again, I put that in the same sort of category as Boucheron Perron. If you think of like a more lemony version of it, it's the same sort of category. Work well in an office, smells nice. No one's going to be offended by it. So, but all good. Anyway.
Well, I'm looking at notes for this Lolita Lompica. And we've got licorice, anise, wormwood, which is, as you probably know,
that's in something else I've bought.
Key ingredients in absinthe.
Okay.
Then you've got ivy, then middle notes, rum, almond, sugar, violet, woody notes, rosewater, orange blossom, and then vanilla, cedar musk, labdanum.
Do you like the smell of absinthe? Because absinthe just seems to bring back bad memories for me.
I've never had it.
Holidays to Prague, it's not nice.
I've never tried it.
I remember. Do you remember that Sky show, Moonshiners? And there was like a bunch of blokes living up the Appalachia Mountains in America. And they're just making moonshine. And one of them, there was a guy and he worked with his son. His son said, "Oh, let's make some absinthe." And he got this stuff in. They made it. And he said, "Try that, Dad." And his dad had a mouthful. And he spent the next 20 minutes throwing up. I don't like absinthe.
I've seen people be very ill on absinthe. And it's got I think it's a licorice aniseed taste. I've never had it myself.
I don't actually like licorice. I remember when you used to have sherbet when you was a kid, you always wanted the dib dab because it had like a lollipop. Because if you had the roller sherbet, it had licorice in the middle.
Blackjacks?
Hmm?
Did you like blackjacks?
No, I didn't. I was always a fruit salad sort of half-peak fruit salad sort of man.
I loved fruit salad, but I also loved blackjacks.
Never liked it. I didn't like licorice, so and I was always big fan of space dust. Sitting there going, "Look, Mum."
Yeah, space dust was fantastic.
You used to get the little packets with like the different moon, and depending what flavour it was, depending on what colour. So you had cherry. I always used to get the orange orange space dust, stick it on your tongue, sit there, crackle in the car. That was back in the days when my mum used to drive me home in her old Riley Elf, which was the posh version of a Mini.
Oh, I know what they're like.
Oh, great car. That was after we had a Morris Minor. And then after that, I think we had a Hillman Hunter, which was complete shit. I think it was like the Skoda of its time. Saab,
They're
sorry.
bloody fast though.
What?
They're real fast cars.
What, the Hillman Hunter?
Yeah.
Really? I always liked the Hillman. I remember when I was growing up, everyone wanted a Hillman Imp.
Well, Hillman Hunter, my mate had one. When we used to go, he used to take me in his car to Kung Fu, and he used to put his foot to the floor and it'd just go.
That was a 1500 twin carb, I believe. A Weber twin carburetor, or was it a twin choke? I don't know. I remember I had one in the back of my Beetle, which made my Beetle go through.
We didn't do that, did we?
No, I like that, and I'm waiting for the £25 offer on the Tino for 100 mil, and I would buy that, and I'd wear that to work. It's lovely.
It'll
really good. It's a lot. It's a lot better than Century as well, and I've tried them both now.
I've not tried many Dunhill, if I'm entirely honest. Funnily enough, Dunhill was probably one of the first 2 fragrances I ever tried. Because my dad had Old Spice, and he had Dunhill in the original bottle. And that...
What's the Dunhill that tastes like a sort of barbershop fougere? You can still buy it. I think Larnier, is it Larnier Smith? The old guy from America. I like him.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's a good bloke.
I do like his reviews. I think they've got it on.
They're very classy.
Dunhill for Men Eau de Toilette. That's it. That's the one that's supposed to. I think it's Dunhill for Men. It's just, that's supposed to be really good. I mean, Larnier Smith, he was the one who did the Boucheron Porum review, and I thought, I'm going to buy that, and I did, and I love it.
Do you mean Dunhill for Men?
Yeah, it is Dunhill for Men. Just the normal bottle. They still do it now, and it was bought out in the 1940s.
Lemon, lavender, nutmeg. Yeah, this is yeah.
But that's another one. Thing is, he's like in Superdrug at the moment, you can get a bottle of Cerruti 1881, which is the original sort of square bottle. I think they're doing 100 ml for 22 quid at the moment. Yeah, I went down the Boucheron Porum route, but that is a really nice fragrance. If you like them soapy.
Yeah, it is. But Boucheron Porum is virtually identical, in my humble opinion. And it is far superior to the Cerruti version.
I like both of them. I went Boucheron just because it had a more citrus, lemony note. But the Cerruti is definitely soapy. If you're looking for a soapy sort of fragrance, but I mean, it's 23 quid or 22 quid in Superdrug at the moment. It don't cost a lot of money, and that's for 100 ml. It's lovely. It's really good. If you want to go to work and smell nice and smell good, you're not going to be disappointed with it. So
no.
yeah, that's good.
No,
but I mean, it's not a lot of money. I mean, the thing is, I honestly think I don't really want to spend a huge amount of money on anything.
No.
I've got expensive children, expensive wife, and I don't exactly earn a huge amount of money. But I make do, and I smell all right.
Thing is, there's so much you can get at a reasonable price.
if you shop
So,
around, as I said, I mean
yeah.
the entire Guerlain sort of the entire Guerlain sort of masculine range, and one ideal for like 30 quid each a bottle. I mean they're great value. They're wonderful. I think yeah. I mean I have bought some crap, and I've bought some really good stuff. But I actually think the really good stuff I've bought, smelt it and thought that's crap, hated it, and come back to it a couple of months later and thought, oh my god! And then when I've allowed myself a chance to sort of rediscover stuff, yeah, Bentley Intense. Anyone who's just getting into fragrances, you go, oh my god! Loads of people say Bentley Intense is great, and you buy it and you think that's just offensive. It's offensive, and now I love it. And my friend's daughter, wherever I wear sort of different fragrances, she always picks up on it, and she always goes, "Oh, that's lovely." She's got a really good. I mean, if someone should be a perfumer, it's her, because she picks up on everything. But yeah, I think some of the stuff I buy, I hate it to start with, and I like it more because I hate it when I start with. But hey ho. Anyway, I'm gonna have
my
to.
messages to you, and I have. I presume it's the predictive text. I've put sweet almond, and it says sweat almond. That can only be. That's not my spelling.
That's me, wasn't it?
No, it's my fault. But I didn't notice that.
So, but
Oh, no,
anyway,
it should.
I'm
Should, but it's sweet, not sweat. You've clarified that.
the John Vivatos. I managed to pick up. It was 4 15ml bottles. You get the original John Vivatos Vintage, John Vivatos Artisan, which is the one that I've always been interested in. I know Artisan Pure's come out, and John Vivatos Artisan Blue, and I managed to pick that up in TK Maxx for $19.99 for 4 bottles. Now I think they're splash bottles, and I watched an Aaron Terrence Hughes review, and he said that it's got Liral in one of them, and it turns out it's Liral in 3 of them, and I'm allergic to that, so I can't wear it. So but I'll talk to you about that in the week, because I mean I've got 21 days to return it. But yeah, I'll have a chat with you in the week. So I'm not going to be going back to the shop to return it for a week. So if you're interested in 4 small bottles of John Vivatos, it's on offer. If you're not interested, it's not a problem. I'll just go and get my money back. But
I've never bought a John Vivatos, to be honest.
It was an absolute, but I mean, some of them 15ml. I mean, when Debenham shut down, I got the 3 bottles of Code. I mean, Armani Code. I got the original Armani Code, which doesn't really smell of much anymore. The Profumo, which is the brown one, which is lovely, and then the vanilla one. I mean, it was 15 quid for 3 15ml bottles. I wish I'd have bought 4 of them. I'll tell you what. Yeah, they were really good. So that John Vivatos one, I mean, it's 5 quid for each 15ml bottle. I'd put it in a decant thing, but unfortunately, I can't wear three of them, and I'm not going to spend 20 quid on a 5ml bottle that I can wear. So I'm not going to open it. I mean, I can either chuck it on Facebook, but anyway, I'll talk to you about that in the week, so it's not a problem. Anyway, I'm gonna drop off because I've got to be up nice and early tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got the week off, so I'm in a good situation.
Oh, I've got a youngest who's got COVID, who's living in the bedroom at the moment, and then between me and my missus, we've got to sort of take turns in who's going to be home with her. So I think I'm going in the office tomorrow when they've really.
Yeah, he's 89. He's in a
you said about he's not in a good place at the moment. But
no, he's not, and he's in the rehab hospital. So
There's a
They
lot of it
closed
about.
everything, so we can't see him for 10 days.
Well, there's a lot of it about at the moment. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, my ex, it's the second time she's had it. I mean, and she just says when she goes to sleep, she coughs loads and the chest hurts, but during the day she's fine. I mean, she's had new computer games. She's had the window open. I set up a tarpaulin out in the garden, put a fishing bed chair out there, so she's been out in the garden watching YouTube all afternoon and stuff. So she's had a bit of fresh air, but she bounced back in a couple of days. So.
Yeah,
but it's just a juggling around because I'm the only driver in my house, so we have to sort of. No one can get in the car with her. She's like the social leper at the moment. So, but anyway, lovely talking as always, John. I'll speak to you in the week.
Right.
Yeah. You take care, and I'll speak to you later.
You take care too, and we'll catch up in the week, I'm sure. Thanks very much for your involvement in the video, and what you have to say is always fantastic.
Thank you.
So much appreciated. Thank you very much, Matt.
See you later, John. Good night.
Take care. Speak soon. So thank you very much for joining us, if you've joined us, and shout out to the Duran. If you want to go there and have a look, they have fantastic analysis of all the geopolitical situations that are blighting our globe at the moment. And thank you very much for joining us. And I will sign off now. Look out for our next live stream and please join us. It would be great to have you on board and hear what you're wearing, what you're experiencing with your fragrances. Take care and enjoy the heat wave.